Today's news highlights. D 2024/05/09. Time cutoff, 1700 hours. News headline, eating breakfast like this is effective in lowering blood pressure. Experts recommend soy milk plus 2 substances to prevent cancer and be healthy. Release time, May 7, 2024. Data reference, Health 2.0. News highlights, experts suggest that Taiwanese breakfast usually lacks vegetables, but you can supplement dietary fiber by drinking high-fiber sugar-free soy milk, dietary fiber powder and vegetable wraps. Each bottle of high-fiber sugar-free soy milk contains 9 grams of dietary fiber, which can supplement your needs. The dietary fiber powder is odorless and colorless and can be added to rice and tea to aid defecation, and the vegetable bag is a convenient frozen food, which is recommended to be eaten with protein food, contributes to a balanced diet. News headline, the 65-year-old Bao Qingtian actress looks very girly without filters. Chu Yuding only eats 1 meal a day. What is the best way to eat? Release time, May 8, 2024. Data reference, Health 2.0. News highlights, classical beauty Chu Yuding is famous for maintaining her youthful appearance. She advocates natural maintenance, does not eat outside and eats 1 meal a day, and pays attention to water quality. Experts point out that a meal should have balanced nutrition and avoid revengeful eating. As for water quality, mineral water can replenish minerals, but you need to pay attention to the selection. High mineral water or hard water may cause stone problems. It is recommended to observe whether there is scale after boiling the water. News title, TikTok faces potential ban as Taiwan plans to pass anti-fraud law on May 9. Release date, May 8, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. News highlights, the Executive Yuan plans to pass the Anti-Fraud Crime Prevention Act, requiring overseas large-scale internet advertising platforms to establish legal representatives in Taiwan or face potential bans. Legislators and experts support this move, urging bipartisan support to address cybersecurity and fraud issues posed by TikTok. Once the law is passed, overseas platforms must appoint representatives, otherwise, they may face traffic control measures, with the most severe consequence being a ban. Violating entities may face fines of up to 25 million NT dollars and must establish legitimate representation for legal supervision. Uber's previous lawful operation in Taiwan serves as a precedent for compliance. News title, Europe urged to prevent flood of cheap Chinese electric cars. Release date, May 8, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. News highlights, Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, calls for preventing the influx of Chinese electric cars heavily subsidized into the EU market, emphasizing the critical importance of fair competition to European industries. The EU is currently conducting an anti-subsidy investigation, potentially imposing punitive tariffs on Chinese electric cars. Von der Leyen also urges EU countries to enhance cooperation to complete the Capital Markets Union, increasing investment in startups and SMEs. She states that if China fails to provide fair market access to European businesses, the EU is prepared to use all available trade tools to defend its economy. News title, US revokes some export licenses for Huawei chips. Release date, May 8, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. News highlights, the U.S. Department of Commerce announces the revocation of some export licenses for supplying chips to Huawei, part of the pressure on Chinese telecommunications equipment companies, reflecting U.S. government concerns about Chinese technology. Experts say this indicates that the U.S. government will not change its stance on Huawei and predict it will continue to uphold corresponding policies. Congressional Republican lawmakers support the new ban, believing it will enhance U.S. national security. News title, Planning to travel abroad? Check these 4 passport items. Release date, May 8, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. News highlights, with the summer travel season approaching, experts remind travelers to check 4 passport items before going abroad to avoid issues. According to new EU regulations, passports for travel to EU countries must be valid and have at least 3 months remaining from the date of departure, issued within the past 10 years. Additionally, travelers should apply for passport renewal early, check passport blank pages, and be wary of passport scam websites. Different countries have varying passport validity requirements, and airlines may refuse boarding with passports having less than 6 months of validity. Headline, Stock just bought plummeted, should you sell or add positions? Securities chief analyst teaches you to judge from charts. Release date, July 4, 2023. Source, Commonwealth Magazine. Key points, the difference between successful and unsuccessful investors lies not only in their stock selection abilities but also in their understanding of charts and stop-loss decision-making capabilities. For small-cap growth stocks, achieving a tenfold return requires understanding how to read charts. When stock prices decline, decisive stop-loss is necessary. Even if a buying signal appears, if the stock price is plummeting, it must be abandoned, which is the practice of successful investors. Understanding the buy and sell strategies signaled by the charts is crucial for investment success. Headline: Taiwanese wealthy? Ranks 14th in global wealthiest countries, surpassing China, Hong Kong, Japan, and South Korea. Release date: May 8, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Key points: Global Finance released the 2024 ranking of the world's wealthiest countries, with Taiwan ranking 14th, unchanged from last year, surpassing China, Hong Kong, Japan, and South Korea. The top 10 countries include Luxembourg, Macau, Ireland, Singapore, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Switzerland, San Marino, the United States, and Norway. Wealthy small countries attract foreign investment and professional talents through their financial sectors and tax systems, while Qatar, the UAE, and other places rely on abundant resources. Macau remains prosperous, but the pandemic, global inflation, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and conflicts in the Middle East have exacerbated the crisis. Low-income families are disproportionately affected, needing to pay more for basic expenses. Headline: How much tax exemption for singles? 4 secret tips for tax savings. Release date: May 8, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Key points: When filing comprehensive income tax in 2024, single individuals should pay attention to the following new regulations. Basic living expenses, standard deductions, and salary deductions have been increased, with those earning less than 423,000 yuan exempt from income tax. Singles can make good use of the tax exemption for supporting relatives, with 9.2 thousand yuan per person for those under 70 and 13.8 thousand yuan per person for those over 70, but attention must be paid to the deduction targets and their income. Donations have tax-deductible functions, with deductions within 20% of comprehensive income tax, and political donations and school donations have upper limits. Voluntary contribution to retirement funds can be tax-free. Dividend income can choose between consolidated taxation or separate taxation, and using dividend income tax credits can help with tax savings. Headline: 3 psychological resilience you should have when quitting your job to start a business. Release date: May 7, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Key points: B. A resigning entrepreneur, complained about the management style, rigid processes, and interpersonal relationships at his former employer. After leaving, he chose to open a menu-less restaurant but faced difficulties in selecting a team, and received advice from a junior to strengthen entrepreneurial thinking, choose suitable talents, and cultivate psychological resilience. The junior reminded him not to repeat the same mistakes 5 years later, to change his mindset, and to establish unique advantages. B hopes to have wealth and freedom in the future, and also invited the junior for a meal next time. News headline: Zheng Hailong's revival. 3x3 basketball aiming for Olympics, joining forces with Wang Bao Wu Tongqiao to build the strongest team. Release time: May 9, 2024. Data reference: Apple Daily News. News highlights: Taiwanese basketball stars Zheng Hailong and Wang Bao Wu Tongqiao have teamed up with the goal of helping Taiwan's 3x3 basketball team advance to the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. They believe that 3x3 basketball presents the best opportunity for Taiwan's basketball to enter the Olympics due to its shorter game duration, higher shooting points, and lack of defensive cooperation, which are suitable for Taiwanese players. Confronting the weak development of 3x3 basketball in Taiwan, Zheng Hailong and Wu Tongqiao will allocate a substantial budget to recruit young players and form a professional team to compete for international game points. They firmly believe that this endeavor is not only about realizing dreams but also about showcasing Taiwan's basketball to the world. News headline: 40-year-old female junior high school teacher's marriage 6 conditions shocked prospective suitors, netizens joke, semen management consultant. Release time: May 9, 2024. Data reference: Apple Daily News. News highlights: A 40-year-old single man sought a partner through blind dates but encountered a nearly 40-year-old junior high school history teacher who presented him with a marriage proposal. The proposal included conditions such as a stable job for the partner, 3 days of weekly dates, providing a list of female friends, and even restrictions on the frequency of sexual activity. These requirements sparked discussions among netizens, with some expressing surprise, others seeing clear communication as positive, and some suggesting that laying out conditions up front could facilitate negotiations. Overall, such matchmaking conditions have provoked varied opinions regarding marriage and blind dates. News headline: Patrick ousted as host of Miss Sue did not hesitate. Response late at night, heartfelt words from Xiao S. Release time: May 9, 2024. Data reference: Apple Daily News. News highlights: Recent rumors surfaced regarding the removal of Patrick, CEO host of the program Miss Sue did not hesitate, causing a stir. However, Patrick clarified on social media that the conversation was merely a playful banter and expressed commitment to continuing efforts, ensuring the program's improvement. Xiao S also personally clarified the rumors, emphasizing that there were no plans to change partners and affirming her collaboration with Patrick. These statements finally put the audience at ease. News headline: Chen Paiki to retire. 36 years in public service as a physician, estimated retirement pension surprisingly high. Release time: May 9, 2024. Data reference: Apple Daily News. News highlights: Chen Paiki, wife of former Taipei Mayor Ko Wen-jae and chief physician at the Taipei City Hospital's Peace Maternity and Child Health Care Hospital, announced her early retirement at the end of September this year. Chen Paiki, 62, born in Penghu County, was the first female student from Penghu Magong High School to enter the National Taiwan University School of Medicine. According to estimates from the Public Servant Retirement Pension Calculator, her one-time retirement pension is estimated to be over 4 million NT dollars. Ko Wen-jae's financial disclosure last year showed several properties, land, deposits, and insurance, with Ko Wen-jae receiving a public pension of 4.22 million NT dollars upon retirement in February 2023. However, Chen Paiki's retirement pension amount is subject to various factors. News headline: Allegations of police cover-up at gambling dens in New Taipei City, 6 officers from Haishan Sub-Bureau under investigation. Release time: May 9, 2024. Data reference: Apple Daily News. News highlights: The New Taipei District Prosecutor's Office's anti-corruption team conducted a search operation last night, bringing back 6 police officers from the Haishan Police Sub-Bureau Jiangqi and Wenzheng for allegedly covering up gambling dens. The case is currently being investigated by the New Taipei District Prosecutor's Office. The Haishan police stated that they have reported to the District Prosecutor's Office to lead the investigation and are determined to maintain police discipline, intending to handle the case actively to uphold the integrity of the police force. News headline: Wu Feng's efforts ruined. Encountered such a bad person for the first time in 17 years in Taiwan, lawyer comments. Release time: May 9, 2024. Data reference: Apple Daily News. News highlights: Wu Feng condemned a Taiwanese distributor for unauthorized use of her name to promote Turkish juice, alleging a violation of her naming rights. The lawyer pointed out that as long as the product is genuine, it is generally difficult to prevent its sale. However, using Wu Feng's name in advertisements without permission constitutes a legal violation. Despite sending letters requesting supermarkets to remove the product, sales continued, and the other party did not explain the source of the goods, leaving Wu Feng feeling frustrated. She decided to suspend the distribution of the juice brand, stating that she would learn from this experience to avoid future losses. News title: U.S. debt exceeds $34 trillion, Taiwan ranks 12th. Largest creditor turns out to be this country. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: The U.S. government debt has exceeded $34 trillion, with the largest creditor being the U.S. itself, followed by Japan and China. Most of Japan's government bonds are held by its citizens, while nearly half of China's cash reserves are invested in U.S. bonds. Taiwan ranks 12th, holding U.S. debt worth $255.6 billion, primarily for hedging purposes. Countries like the UK, Luxembourg, and Canada are also major creditors of the U.S. News title: Whistleblower 1/individual reports 15,000 violations per year, professional Facebook groups provide step-by-step guidance. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: The opening of traffic violation reports to the public has led to a surge in reports, resulting in some individuals being jokingly referred to as whistleblowers. Although the Ministry of Transportation restricts public reports of minor violations, enthusiasm remains high. Taipei City alone had over 2.65 million reported cases last year, with 36% coming from the public, but the traffic accident rate did not decrease. Doctors point out that the frenzy of reporting may instead encourage retaliatory reporting, forming a unique phenomenon in Taiwan, calling for legislative amendments to limit reporting items. News title: House prices unyielding. Murder house doubles in price, Hong Ruo Tan's house in Erlin priced at 60 million. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: Real estate transactions in Zhonghua County are active, but discounted prices for murder houses are difficult to sell, such as a murder house in Dikan Township priced at 2.7 million and Hong's house in Erlin priced at 60 million. According to statistics from the Land Administration, the number of transactions and average prices increased in the first quarter of this year, but house prices remained high. Taipei physician Li Shijia bought Hong's house for over 11 million, but now demands 60 million for it. Residents pointed out that Li rarely returns to the house, but someone manages it, and he once said he would sell it for 60 million if someone were willing to buy. News title: Mask mandate completely lifted from May 19 after 1,265 days. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: With the lifting of pandemic restrictions, Taiwan will lift the mask mandate nationwide starting from May 19. Except for medical facilities, pharmacies, and elderly care institutions, wearing masks in public places will be recommended rather than mandatory. The decision to stop mandatory mask wearing was made after an expert meeting convened by the Taiwan Centers for Disease Control. Public reactions are mixed, with some considering it unnecessary and fearing a resurgence of the pandemic, while others have already become accustomed to wearing masks. The Ministry of Health and Welfare explained that time is needed for administrative procedures, hence the implementation on May 19 to avoid unnecessary confusion. News title: Unlocking super cool feature of line stickers in 4 steps, netizens astonished. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: Line Stickers introduces a new feature called Sticker Collage, allowing users to combine multiple stickers, but it is only available on certain device models and accounts. The feature sparked discussions after being shared on Discord, but many users cannot access it, with some expressing envy. Users need to long press a sticker and move it to the gray area, then select other stickers before finally pressing the send button. Line officials stated that it will be made available to more users soon. News title: Grasp trendy investments, dividend earner of $3 million a year advises buying Honhai below NT $100. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: AJ, an investment expert, retired successfully before the age of 50, relying on attending industry forums and company presentations to select stocks in promising industries for investment, such as Honhai. He emphasizes the importance of patience in investment and advises choosing stocks with a solid base but actively undergoing transformation. Despite being in debt of millions in his younger years, he accumulated enough wealth for a lifetime within 15 years. Now enjoying retirement, he firmly believes that wealth requires time to accumulate. News title: Contrast of the Queen of Love songs. One crowd throws wine at Ding Dang during Taiwan performance, she throws it back directly. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: Ding Dang is a musical genius, but her journey from loving to singing to becoming skilled at it required years of effort and accumulated stage experience. She encountered intoxicated audience members during performances, even being doused with wine, but she responded with a firm attitude and sought balance within herself. Ding Dang deeply understands that inner fears stem from the influence of the original family, so she invested a lot of time in her spiritual growth, learning to express her emotions and communicate with her parents. Ultimately, she reunited with her father, an experience that helped her understand the importance of love even more. News title: Samsung hits a wall while trying to catch up with TSMC. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Liberty Times. Key points: Samsung Electronics faced a challenging year in 2023, dealing with a decline in memory chip prices and production difficulties with 3nm technology. The company incurred a historic loss of $11.3 billion for the year, marking its lowest point ever, with an annual profit of only 6.5 trillion Korean won. Samsung's operations were in a state of urgency, with performance bonuses cancelled and increased pressure on senior executives. Despite receiving subsidies from the United States, it has had an impact on South Korea's employment prospects. Samsung faces fierce competition with TSMC and Intel in the United States, but American investment may reduce South Korea's semiconductor market share. Intense competition in semiconductor manufacturing has seen Samsung lose ground to TSMC, with Nvidia also losing orders. Facing challenges with the 3nm production process, Samsung has invested significant funds and technology, but it needs to address yield issues. High-priced high-end EUV equipment may present a challenge, exacerbating the gap between Samsung and TSMC. News title: Meeting with a Taipei gang leader. Taipei Police Chief Zhang Rongxing, invited to attend, happened to encounter. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Liberty Times. Key points: Taipei Police Chief Zhang Rongxing clarified that his attendance at a police and civil affairs official dinner with Huang Qingyuan was not unlawful but was for the safety of the Qingshan Temple procession. Zhang emphasized that he was unaware of Wang's attendance beforehand, later reporting it to the police bureau in compliance with regulations. He pointed out that after communicating with Huang during the dinner, he promptly left without further contact. Additionally, the police had arrested Huang in 113 for gun-related charges, affirming that there was no cover-up. News title: Taiwan's exports to China dropped to a 22-year low. Published time: May 9, 2024. Source: Liberty Times. Key points: Taiwan's exports to China have dropped to 30.7%, hitting a 22-year low, primarily due to China's weak economy and the global trend towards supply chain diversification. Taiwan's total exports from January to April decreased by 3.7% to $45.3 billion. Exports to the United States increased by 64% to $34.7 billion, and exports to ASEAN grew by 25% to $28.8 billion. After the deterioration of tensions between the US and China, Taiwanese companies have actively diversified production locations, with some capacity shifting to Taiwan, the US, and Southeast Asia. News title * Full compensation for Adani. Ishihara Ippei admits guilt, faces up to 33 years in prison. Published time * May 9, 2024. Source * Liberty Times. Key points * Los Angeles prosecutors announced that Adani Shahei's former translator, Ishihara Ippei, reached a plea agreement involving bank fraud and false tax reporting, facing up to 33 years in prison. Ishihara was accused of embezzling funds from Adani's account to pay off gambling debts, totaling $17 million. The agreement requires him to fully compensate Adani. Prosecutors stated that Ishihara betrayed Adani's trust, fostering dangerous gambling habits. Adani's side and the Los Angeles Dodgers declined to comment on the matter. News title * US warship passes through Taiwan Strait on the eve of May 20. US Navy Facebook loudly shares 7th Fleet's post. Published time * May 9, 2024. Source * Liberty Times. Key points * The US Navy announced that the Burke-class guided missile destroyer Halsey has routinely passed through the Taiwan Strait as scheduled, marking the third time a US ship has crossed the Taiwan Strait this year, sparking attention. The Ministry of National Defense stated that the Halsey sailed through the Taiwan Strait from north to south on the morning of the 8th, with the Taiwanese military monitoring the surrounding dynamics throughout, with everything proceeding as normal. Title: Energy left with only Toro unmarried. Toro reveals insights into emotional world, suddenly admits having children. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: The hottest boy band Energy officially returned on New Year's Day 2024 with the strong support of Mayday. Toro, the only unmarried member, described the Energy members as resembling 5 married couples, with their album Here I Am being their child. Despite playful bantering among the members, Toro admitted to being highly sensitive about their relationships, which affects his emotions and decision-making. He emphasized that handling relationships among the members is more important, often fantasizing about different scenarios among them. Amidst teasing from other members, Toro jokingly likened himself to an idol from 20 years ago, focusing solely on work and temporarily avoiding romantic entanglements. Title: Shan Yu furiously exposes former girlfriend. Counters accusations of engaging in prostitution, one-night stands, must the villain speak first. Published date: May 8, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Shan Yu was previously accused by his ex-girlfriend Bella of being a habitual cheater, labeled as a scumbag. Recently, he attended an event and admitted his past mistakes, sincerely apologizing. However, he took to social media to lash out at his former girlfriend Bella, accusing her of involvement in the sex industry and revealing her ongoing contact with her ex-boyfriend and flirtations with other men. Shan Yu expressed his displeasure at being publicly scrutinized, retaliating by claiming her faults and urging netizens to join in condemning her. He seemed angered by his ex-girlfriend's disclosure of private matters, stating that their initial relationship was based on friendship and emotions but now cannot end peacefully. Title: 63-year-old Emil Chow shockingly falls down. Shows signs of pain, unable to get up, urgently taken to hospital for treatment. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: National singer Emil Chow accidentally slipped and fell during an event in Jiangsu, China, causing injuries to his back and buttocks. However, after medical examination, it was determined that he only suffered minor abrasions and bruises, with no serious injuries. After the video of the incident surfaced, fans expressed concerns, but Emil Chow reassured everyone through social media, stating that he was fine and urging everyone to stay safe. Title: Yu Tian promises to cover education expenses, extorted 40 million. He remarks, the calculation seems bizarre. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Yu Tian's son-in-law, Gary Chen Jian, was arrested for allegedly serving as a driver for a fraud group. Reports suggest that Chen Jian demanded 40 million from Yu's family to fund their grandchildren's education at an elite school, raising suspicions. Veteran media personality Lin Yufeng believes this may be a complaint from Yu's family or their close friends, but the truth remains to be confirmed as Chen Jian is currently detained and unable to defend himself. Title: Yu Yuanqi's legacy of 30 million likely squandered? Husband splurges 200,000 monthly on designer brands. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Gary Chen Jian, husband of Yu Tian's daughter Yu Yuanqi, was arrested for alleged involvement in a fraud group. There are concerns that Yu Yuanqi's legacy might be seized as criminal proceeds since Gary has been spending lavishly recently. According to friends, after becoming part of the Yu family, Gary developed a love for luxury, attending every Yu family gathering. Following Yu Yuanqi's passing, Gary has been seen flaunting designer brands and driving her car, leading to suspicions that her 30 million legacy may have been squandered. Yu Xiang Chuan claims to be unaware of his brother-in-law's behavior, only interacting with him while taking the children out to play, without delving into his personal matters. Title: Renowned male host sleeps wherever he goes. Veteran pundit reveals shocking unexploded bombs in the entertainment circle. Published date: May 8, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: amidst the Me Too wave in the entertainment industry, Shan Yu was arrested on allegations of sexual harassment and assault, possessing a large collection of pornographic videos, resulting in a suspended prosecution of 2 years. Veteran pundit Su Shengmei exposes the misconduct of 2 male stars, one of whom uses filmed encounters to threaten women, while the other, after getting drunk at an event, openly suggests sleeping together, even with assistance. Su Shengmei notes that the women involved likely possess evidence and are waiting for the right moment to reveal the truth. This has sparked discussions and reflections on the protection of women's rights. Title: 8 years of Tsai's administration, basic wage raised for 8 consecutive years, post-pandemic economic performance strong, scholar, people feel significant impact. Published, May 9, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: President Tsai Ing-wen's 8-year tenure saw reforms in pension and same-sex marriage laws, along with increases in the basic wage and construction of social housing, enhancing social welfare. However, progress in social housing and green energy development was slow. Amid controversies over the one fixed day off, one flexible rest day policy, the government made multiple revisions to balance interests. Pension reforms sparked protests, but were eventually passed. Despite same-sex marriage facing a referendum setback, specialized laws safeguarding LGBTQ and rights were implemented. The economy showed positive growth with GDP and stock market increases, yet challenges remain regarding social housing policies and housing prices. Lai Ching-te's succession may face governance challenges. Title: Legislator HSU Tiao HSIN leaks confidential information. Foreign influencer criticizes, Czech magazine lacks details, causing countless harm. Published, May 9, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: Kuomintang legislator HSU Tiao HSIN faces charges of violating the criminal code by leaking confidential information, claiming the data came from a Czech official journal, deeming it lawful. However, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs clarified that although cooperation assistance to Ukraine was discussed, related memorandums were not made public. Polish influencer Stan criticized HSU Tiao HSIN for harming Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Czech Republic, and Ukraine, asserting legal accountability for the information leak. Title: U.S. military aircraft approaches eastern airspace near Orchid Island. Chinese aircraft issues dispersal broadcast, military enthusiasts, none of your business. Published, May 9, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: Recently, Chinese military aircraft have been active in the vicinity of Taiwan, with the U.S. military aircraft entering the airspace east of Orchid Island being warned to leave by Chinese aircraft. Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, ADIZ, fan page noted the Chinese dispersal action occurred at coordinates 22 degrees 03 minutes north latitude and 121 degrees 54 minutes east longitude, in the airspace directly east of Orchid Island. They emphasized that U.S. aircraft entering Taiwanese airspace is irrelevant to China. Title: Tragic fire in Chi claims mother and 2 brothers, school raises 2 million fund for 3 girls' education, ensuring their stable education up to university. Published, May 9, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: A fire in a Chi Taipei City shack claimed 3 lives and left 1 injured in a family of 7. The father escaped with his young daughter, while the mother and 2 sons tragically perished. Suspected as arson, the impoverished KO family received funeral assistance and education savings from the county government and school. The 3 girls are currently cared for by relatives, with educational funds being raised. The KO family struggles financially, receiving assistance from the Social Affairs Bureau. Title: Heartbreaking incident in room 620. Woman officer sentenced for hastily spending $3.15 million to catch cheating spouse, tragic outcome revealed in bid for refund. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: Ms. Yang suspected her husband of infidelity and hired a private investigation firm to catch him in the act, but ended up being sentenced by the court during the operation. She believed she was misled by the investigation firm and sued for improper gains, with the Kaohsiung High Court ruling that the firm must refund 2.8 million NTD. Ms. Yang is devastated, as while she may regain the money, her husband's trust may be lost forever. Title: Don't even think about escaping. Toys disappears before prison term, fear of fleeing? Prosecutor, tracking movements closely. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: Esports celebrity toys, Lu Wujian, was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months for selling marijuana vape cartridges and is set to enter prison this month. After abruptly changing his scheduled live broadcast and going missing, netizens speculated he might be planning to flee. Toys later appeared at a guest house in Nantou, but the prosecution has instructed the police to closely monitor his movements, ensuring he won't escape. Liu Wujian's appeals have all been rejected, confirming his prison term. Title: These types of moles are recommended for removal. Plastic surgeon, ignoring growth risks malignant melanoma. Published time, May 6, 2024. Source: Set News. Key points: moles can affect aesthetics and lead to pathological changes. Types recommended for removal include those causing discomfort, displaying atypical characteristics, located in special areas, and congenital melanocytic nevi. Surgical removal considers size and location to minimize aesthetic impact. Laser ablation is suitable for small, superficial moles, while surgery considers size, location, and individual characteristics for incision designed to reduce scar formation. Plastic surgeons emphasize the importance of surgical details and recommend seeking professional advice. Title: Hard for 17 years. 72-year-old man with persistent erection discovers parasitic infestation. Published time, May 8, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Highlights: A 72-year-old man residing in Switzerland experienced 17 years of genital swelling, later diagnosed as an infestation of Wuchereria bancrofti. The parasite, transmitted through mosquitoes, proliferated in the lymphatic system, causing the persistent swelling. After 2 months of antiparasitic treatment, his symptoms improved, and subsequent tests showed negative results. The case was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Title: Emergency school closure in New Taipei, 60 classes affected in elementary schools and kindergartens. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Highlights: New Taipei's Bangqiao, Zhanghe, and Tomsui districts are designated as high-risk areas for enterovirus. 60 classes are suspended for a week. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, enterovirus cases have reached a 10-year high, prompting the declaration of an epidemic period. The New Taipei City Health Bureau advises parents to be vigilant, especially with children under 5, and seek immediate medical attention for symptoms. Preventive measures include frequent hand washing and environmental disinfection. Title: May 20th, Lai Ching-Te's inauguration. Astrologer predicts prosperous times with Jupiter's movement. Published time, May 9, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Highlights: Astrologer Mr. Xiaomeng predicts that Taiwan's fortune will prosper under President Lai Ching-Te's administration. Noting Jupiter's transit on May 20th and last astrological alignment, he anticipates vigorous reforms and anti-corruption efforts. Improved international standing and cooperation with democratic nations are expected, benefiting AI technology and semiconductor industries. While the stock market is bullish, Mercury's retrograde may lead to talent shortages and economic variables. Caution is advised in real estate investment, and restaurants may face closure due to unforeseen challenges. Title: Taiwan president also victimized. Internet celebrities Iao confirmed imprisoned. Earned millions selling deep-fake adult films, sentenced to 5 years in jail. Release date: May 9, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: Internet celebrity Zhu Yuchen utilized deep-fake technology to produce pornographic videos for profit, sentenced to 5 years in prison with an additional 1 year and 8 months term confirmed. Zhu's assistant, Zhuang Xinrui, sentenced to 4 years and 6 months, both involved in 119 crimes. The videos infringed upon numerous public figures, including Gao Jieu, Huang Ji, and the Chicken Cutlet Girl, profiting $13.38 million NT. Zhu and Zhuang appealed the sentence but the Supreme Court rejected, confirming their imprisonment. The court deemed their crimes severe, causing irreparable physical and mental harm, and the sentencing appropriate, with the case finalized. Title: 62-year-old Andy Lau rumored to become a father again. Responds personally to rumors. Release date: May 9, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: Andy Lau and Carol Chu have been married for 36 years, known for their low-key lifestyle. Recent reports suggest they might become parents again, with Lau responding on his official website, expressing gratitude for the concern but refraining from confirmation. Media previously reported their efforts to seek assistance from renowned Dr. So Wei-Kei, hoping for a son, with Chu undergoing artificial insemination procedures. Title: Eating fruit leads to intestinal obstruction emergency surgery. Doctors warn of foods prone to causing bowel blockages. Release date: May 8, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: Dr. Huang Hanbin of Zhonghua Shouchuan Hospital Surgery Department pointed out a 70-year-old man developed intestinal obstruction and necrotizing enterocolitis after consuming a whole guava, necessitating emergency surgery. He cautioned that seeds and high-fiber foods and fruits could cause gastrointestinal stones, especially risky for individuals who have undergone abdominal surgery. Common culprits include persimmons, pomegranates, etc. Huang explained gastrointestinal stones categorized into 4 types: plant-based, hair, milk, and drug-induced. Symptoms of bowel obstruction include abdominal pain, vomiting, bloating, and constipation. He urged cultivating good dietary habits, acknowledging that while fruit peels and seeds contain nutrients, it's safer to remove them for individuals with poor gastrointestinal function or relevant medical histories. Title: Involved in online gambling, 6 police officers from New Taipei's Haishan precinct taken away for investigation by prosecutors. Release date: May 9, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: New Taipei District Prosecutor's Office commanded investigators to search Haishan precinct's Jiangqi and Wenzheng police stations, with reports indicating 6 grassroots police officers taken for questioning over suspected involvement in underground online gambling. New Taipei City Police Department stated the case was reported to prosecutors at the end of last year, currently under investigation by prosecutorial units. If police officers are implicated in unlawful activities, they will face legal consequences. Title: College student hospitalized for cold, ends up paralyzed after 4 drip. Penghu Tri-Service General Hospital confirmed to pay 15.51 million. Release date: May 9, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: Ms. Wang, a college student, visited Penghu Tri-Service General Hospital due to a cold, where Dr. Zhou and Nurse Bao administered antibiotics and calcium gluconate via intravenous drip, resulting in seizures and shock, ultimately leading to paralysis. The Supreme Court ruled Dr. Zhou, Nurse Bao, and the Penghu Tri-Service General Hospital jointly liable to compensate Ms. Wang 15.51 million NT dollars. Dr. Zhou and Nurse Bao argued that Ms. Wang required calcium gluconate due to low blood calcium levels, following medical protocols. However, the court found negligence on their part, citing failure to clean the 4-drip bag and adjusting the drip speed too quickly. The Supreme Court rejected their appeal, confirming the judgment. Title: Type 076 Lushan and Hainan ships perform 180-degree emergency turns. Dispute arises between Huai women and CAI Zhengyuan. Published date: May 8, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: The PLA Navy's Type 076 ship Hainan conducts emergency turning exercises at sea, testing its combat capabilities. CAI Zhengyuan highlights the exercise's significance in testing the ship's response to torpedo or missile attacks, suggesting it signifies war preparedness. Huai women emphasizes the difficulty and meticulousness of ship stabilization during maneuvers. Title: Mother's Day weather change. Next wave brings continuous rain across Taiwan for 7 days, experts warn of frontal systems. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: Weather instability looms over Mother's Day with approaching frontal systems, bringing thunderstorms and heavy rain across Taiwan until next Saturday, as forecasted by the Meteorological Bureau. Clear skies prevail until Saturday, with the possibility of brief showers in the south and temperatures rising above 30 degrees Celsius. Meteorological experts advise vigilance against rainfall. Title: Woken up by mosquito buzzing, unable to locate when turning on light, expert reveals reason, focus on one spot. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: Mosquitoes often disturb sleep by flying into ears. Experts explain mosquitoes locate targets through smell and carbon dioxide concentration around the head. Strong earwax odor and high carbon dioxide emissions attract mosquitoes. Turning on lights momentarily immobilizes mosquitoes on nearby walls. They recommend searching in dark or shaded areas as mosquitoes tend to hide there. Reports highlight cases of individuals unable to find mosquitoes after awakening, urging awareness of this behavior pattern. News headline: Bai Bingbing's first love creates a sensation. Is it possible to merge Hikaru Utada in August? She will personally reveal the answer. Release time: May 8, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: 68-year-old actress Bai Bingbing's New Year's Eve cover of the Japanese song First Love sparked discussion. Although it received mixed reviews, it attracted many fans. After learning that the original singer Utada Hikaru would be singing in Taiwan, she actively sought cooperation and planned to form a Utada Hayu duet First Love on the Super Ice show. However, due to the flash sale of Udada's concert tickets, she was unable to cooperate. Bai Bingbing's decision to cover First Love was related to the Japanese drama First Love. Although she was criticized by netizens, she was optimistic and regarded the criticism from young people as a way to get closer. News headline: Is the good weather going away? From today the front is approaching and the rainfall will increase. Lin Jiakai reveals the key: very unstable. Release time: May 9, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News focus: the northeast monsoon is intensifying. There will be scattered rainfall in the southeast today. It will be cloudy to sunny in other areas. The temperature in the north is 27 to 29 degrees, and about 25 degrees in the south and east. It is comfortable and warm. As the front approaches over the weekend, the weather changes. Lin Jiakai predicts that rainfall will increase from Sunday to next Monday, with localized heavy rains and thunder showers. The Meteorological Administration also pointed out that there will be some brief thunder showers in the afternoons from the 10th to the 11th. After the 13th, the chance of rainfall will increase and the temperature will drop slightly. News title: 00946, 00944 component stocks exposed. 2 high-yield ETFs listed today maintain issue price. Published date: 2024/05/09. Source: Business Next Magazine. News summary: 2 newly listed high-yield ETFs, Yuanta Taiwan Tech High Dividend Growth, 00946, and Nomura Trend Momentum High Dividend, 00944, opened flat today with their listing prices maintaining the issue price. 00946 selects stocks from the top 250 Taiwanese electronics companies, with a focus on technology stocks, while 00944 is the first high-yield ETF issued by foreign fund houses, selecting component stocks based on momentum and dividend indicators. The relatively small size of both ETFs reflects a noticeable cooling of enthusiasm for new ETFs since the 00940 incident in March. News title: Cross-border e-commerce goes global, is small tax-free a blessing or a curse? Published date: 2024/05/09. Source: Business Next Magazine. News summary: Lin Qifeng, former chairman of Momo, will teach from 0 to 100, creating sales leadership with one click at the Leadership Influence Academy. He led Momo to become the leading e-commerce platform in Taiwan, with revenue soaring to NT $67.2 billion in 2020, firmly at the top of the industry. However, he pointed out that the next big change facing cross-border e-commerce is the small tax-free policy. This policy not only affects local retail businesses but also impacts government tax revenue. It is necessary to be aware of its potential risks and consider how to respond to future trends. News title: Changing meal times leads to better sleep and prevents weight gain. Published date: 2024/05/09. Source: Business Next Magazine. News summary: Changing dinner time can effectively improve sleep quality and lower blood sugar levels. A Harvard Medical School professor pointed out that having an early dinner can prevent disturbances in stomach activity at night, promoting good sleep. Additionally, studies have shown that having an early dinner can lower blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes. Dinner time should be at least 3 hours before each person's dim light melatonin onset for better digestion. For evening hunger, choosing small amounts of healthy snacks, such as fruit with yogurt, is advisable. Therefore, having an early dinner is beneficial for sleep and health and is worth trying. News title: Different heights of observation lead to different conclusions, learn 5 methods to find answers from top talent. Published date: 2024/05/02. Source: Business Next Magazine. News summary: learning how to find answers is more important than just seeking answers. When people around you solve problems, pay attention to their thinking process, especially their perspectives, positions, viewpoints, time frames, and thinking methods. Methods learned from them can be internalized into your own thinking system, providing lifelong benefits. Headline: Investors eager for Nvidia returns doubled? Single stock ETFs rise, but risks double too. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: The Wall Street Journal reports that some investors, dissatisfied with the soaring Nvidia stock, are turning to single stock ETFs using derivative contracts, such as the TRX 2X Long Nvidia Daily Target ETF, aiming to amplify individual stock returns, which have surged by 191% now. These ETFs allow for inverse or leveraged bets on specific companies, gaining widespread popularity this year with assets more than doubling to $7.1 billion. Experts note that such investments are highly speculative as single stock ETFs cannot diversify and carry higher risks. Granite Shares 2X Long Nvidia Fund is one of the largest single stock ETFs, attracting over $1 billion this year with total assets nearing $2 billion. Headline: Container shipping giants flex their muscles, Wanhai hits limit up, Yang Ming soars again. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: Despite initially rising, Taiwan stocks turned downward on May 9. Shipping stocks performed strongly, with Wanhai hitting the limit up, Yang Ming Shipping rising by over 7%, and Evergreen Marine Corp seeing an increase of over 3%. Evergreen reported April revenue of NT $31.814 billion, up 5.66% monthly and 42.43% annually. Revenue for Evergreen, Yang Ming, and Won Hai in the first quarter all showed impressive growth, with Evergreen up 32.63% annually, Yangming up 18.53%, and Won Hai up 8.06%. Shipping industry insiders note that global shipping supply issues have eased due to the Suez Canal crisis and the Panama Canal drought. They also point out the improvement from the March decline in shipping volume and the emergence of inventory replenishment demand in May. It is anticipated that shipping rates may continue to rise, with European economic recovery accelerating, and factors like the U.S. presidential election and geopolitical risks in the Middle East also being considered. Headline: U.S. strikes at Hawaii again. Reshuffling laptop chain, benefit to Quanta, Wistron. Published date, May 9, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: the U.S. government revoked Intel and Qualcomm's licenses to supply chips to Hawaii, significantly impacting Hawaii's laptop business and reshuffling the Chinese laptop market. Hawaii holds over 25% market share in China's thin and light laptop market, but this move may spur the rise of other brands again. Lenovo stands to benefit, with major contract manufacturers Quanta and Wistron likely to benefit. The U.S. continues to restrict Hawaii, despite high public support. Hawaii currently cannot obtain external support and can only rely on stockpiled chips and self-developed chips from SMIC. The U.S. restrictions have a greater impact on laptops, but Hawaii's mobile phone market has already been heavily affected. News headline: 23-year-old man drives girl through red light. Female rider was hit and 3 people jumped into the air, rolled and crashed, footage exposed. Release time, May 9, 2024. Data reference, Ida News Cloud. News highlights: a car accident occurred in Linja District, Kaohsiung City yesterday. A female rider was hit by a male rider who ran a red light, causing 3 people to be injured and sent to hospital for treatment. Preliminary police investigation showed that the male rider running a red light was the main cause of the accident, but there was no evidence of drunk driving. No one was driving drunk in the accident, but the male rider may face a fine of 1,800 to 5,400 yuan for running a red light. News headline: don't bring a hard-shell suitcase on the plane. Senior stewardess reveals, these 2 types are most likely to go bad. Release time, May 9, 2024. Data reference, Ida News Cloud. News highlights: a senior Air France stewardess shares travel packing tips. Fabric suitcases are more practical than hard shells, are highly elastic and durable. Choosing brightly colored boxes will help you pick up your luggage, but white ones can easily get dirty. A 4-wheel box is not as durable as a 2-wheel box, so you should pay attention when purchasing. Before going abroad, prepare power banks and other necessities and put them in your backpack to save time. Cabin pressure may cause liquids to leak out, so important items such as passports should be packed in Ziploc bags. It is advisable to choose a backpack or a carry-on suitcase for short trips to save time. When bringing specialties back home, you should pay attention to customs regulations and complete packaging, and avoid bringing items with strong smells. Title: Called for reform yet facing legal issues, KMT accuses KO Wenjie of favoritism, angering him. Published date, May 9, 2024. Source: CTV News. Summary: KO Wenjie called for a nonpartisan protest on May 19 in front of the DPP headquarters on Beeping East Road. However, he is also facing accusations from KMT councillors for allegedly favoring vendors at the Wanhua First Fruit and Vegetable Market. While KO emphasizes the protest is for reform, questions arise regarding whether it's a diversion. Councillors filed multiple cases against KO, expanding his initial 3 cases to 5. While addressing external criticisms, KO also has to deal with his legal issues. Title: 140 suspected food poisoning cases, Farm Association suspects catering mishap, vendor expresses confidence. Published date, May 9, 2024. Source: CTV News. Summary: 140 students from Yud International School in New Taipei's Dujin District experienced symptoms of food poisoning after a field trip to Taichung's Xinchi area. 106 sought medical attention, with 4 hospitalized. The catering vendor is suspected of mishandling food, with the Food Safety Office finding deficiencies and halting meal service. The Farm Association explained that the meals were sourced from multiple vendors, and even internal staff felt unwell. The vendor, Feng Yuan Food Company, was inspected, with the owner asserting food safety. Menu items included fried rice, chicken, ribs, hash browns, vegetables, and 3-color eggs. The Food Safety Office demanded improvements and sent ingredients for testing, with further investigation ongoing. Title: Top 6 Mother's Day gifts revealed, carnations not at the top. Published date, May 9, 2024. Source: CTV News. Summary: with Mother's Day approaching, many struggle with gift ideas. Online discussions reveal cosmetics and skincare products as the top choice, followed by cakes and pastries, jewelry, health supplements, fragrances/perfumes, and bouquets. Some suggest shopping with mothers to ensure suitable choices. Cosmetics and skincare products are favored for their customization to mothers' skincare routines. Other options like cakes, bouquets, and jewelry are also popular, with homemade cakes being recommended for a personal touch. Title: 520 Inauguration, Female Ushers Break Tradition with Pants Design. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: CTV News. Summary: Usher's attire for the 520 presidential inauguration prominently features pants for women, breaking traditional gender norms and promoting freedom of attire choice. The pants design is sleek and practical, echoing male ties. Milk tea-colored trousers and white tops convey professionalism, utilizing MIT fabric for moisture wicking. Ushers underwent training in etiquette and physical fitness to ensure optimal reception of dignitaries on May 20. Title: Google Maps fails to track Taiwanese buses, Chinese tourist seeks help. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: CTV News. Summary: A Chinese tourist encountered inaccurate bus arrival times in Taiwan, relying on Google Maps for bus schedules, which proved futile and frustrating, earning the nickname Blood Lesson. Many sympathize, noting Google Maps often fails, particularly in Taichung, leading to 2-hour waits. Taipei city government explains the discrepancy, attributing it to Google's indirect use of municipal data, urging the use of official apps for accurate information on bus arrivals. News title: Agreement to appoint Wang Bozong as NCC chair in exchange for Mirror TV data. Lin Qiuchen discloses phone conversations. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: CTI News. Key points: NCC chair nominee Wang Bozong faces controversy, allegedly using the iPhone's new release as leverage. It was reported that someone promised to provide Mirror TV data in exchange for his appointment. Legislator Lin Qiuchen revealed that Wang claimed a shortage of NCC members might affect the launch of iPhone 16 and 17, which raised concerns. However, former NCC member Wang Xiaoling criticized this as deceitful, stating that the handset certification process is not complicated and can be handled by 3 members. The Legislative Yuan's Procedure Committee delayed the appointment of new members, leaving uncertainty regarding their assumption of office. News title: Unjust Judgment Turns Taiwan into Kingdom of Sycophants. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: CTI News. Key points: CAI Yanming sued Age Looks at Money host Chen Ningguan for defamation, seeking compensation of 3 million NT dollars. However, the Supreme Court ruled the statement as not damaging reputation but considered it benign expression. CAI criticized the ruling as absurd, claiming it allows media to slander others unchecked, damaging Taiwan's democracy. The judgment faced scrutiny for inappropriate evaluation by the judiciary, neglecting CAI Yanming's right to reputation protection. News title: NCC personnel stalemate. iPhone 16 launch may be stalled, former NCC member Wang Xiaoling reveals the truth. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: CTI News. Key points: The NCC personnel nomination was blocked in the Procedure Committee, and prospective NCC chair Wang Bozong suggested a shortage of members might prevent the launch of iPhone 16 and 17, causing concern. Former NCC member Wang Xiaoling criticized this as deceiving the public, stating that handset certification is not complex and can be handled by 3 members. The Legislative Yuan's Procedure Committee temporarily halted the appointment of new members, creating uncertainty about their assumption of office. News title: Power outage in Tainan at the end of April, 20 farewell ceremonies suddenly disrupted. Funeral home, refunds accepted unconditionally. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: CTI News. Key points: Tainan's Nan district experienced a major power outage on April 25 at 7:39 a.m., affecting approximately 5,000 households and disrupting 20 farewell ceremonies at the Nan district funeral home. The Funeral Management Office promptly activated generators to provide emergency power, but some equipment required manual restart, leading to inconvenience. The office pledged to improve the power supply system to ensure smooth funeral proceedings and offered refunds without conditions. Title: Girl glad she didn't marry ex-boyfriend, very ordinary. Published date: May 8, 2024. Source: ET Today News. Key points: A female netizen ended her relationship with her ex-boyfriend after a discussion about marriage influenced by a friend's comment. She realized she was only willing to compromise rather than genuinely wanting to share her life. After the breakup, her ex-boyfriend quickly got married but years later faced divorce due to relationship doubts. The story reflects the pursuit of true love and dissatisfaction with ordinary life, advocating for people to pursue genuine happiness and freedom. Title: Conflict erupts on EVA Air flight, flight attendant elbowed, 2 passengers in trouble. Published date: May 9, 2024. Source: ET Today News. Key points: A violent altercation occurred on EVA Air BR08 flight to San Francisco, with 2 passengers arguing over seats, escalating to physical violence. Flight attendants bravely intervened, with one being elbowed and another trapped between the agitated passengers. Other passengers helped separate them, ensuring a safe arrival. The incident originated from a seat dispute. After the captain reported to aviation police, the two unruly passengers were taken off upon arrival in San Francisco. Despite being trained in self-defense techniques, flight attendants need to handle challenges from foreign passengers cautiously. Title: Famous director admits, mixed-race son not biologically mine. Published date, May 9, 2024. Source: ET Today News. Key points: Director Zhang Jizhong's romantic story sparks widespread discussion as he acknowledges that his wife, Du Xinglan, and a foreign friend are the parents of their son, Martin. Du Xinglan had a brief marriage with businessman Huang Taiyuan before. She and a French artist had a son, Martin, who later became Zhang Jizhong's assistant, leading to their relationship. After Zhang's divorce from his second wife, he married Du, and they have 2 children together. Du, 42, is now pregnant with their 4th child, earning praise from netizens for her inclusive and magnanimous attitude. News headline: Reversal. Shen Jianhong was accused of hooking up with a girl. My ex-girlfriend changed her story and apologized. Shen Jianhong admitted, he only cheated once. Release time, May 9, 2024. Data reference, ET Today Starlight Cloud. News highlights: Artist Shen Jianhong was accused of multiple cheatings by his ex-girlfriend Bella. On the 8th, he responded by pointing out that she had hooked up with her and worked in 8 major industries, and called for a public trial. Bella changed her story on the 9th and said that her husband had only cheated on her once. She denied having sex or ordering out tea during the relationship, and apologized to Shen Jianhong. She explained that she had informed her husband that she would open a bar before dating, and clarified that the relationship with her ex-boyfriend and his wife was only friendly. Regarding the issue of living in her male friend's home, she said that the man agreed at the beginning and should not mention it again. Bella admitted that she had received messages from her ex-partner, but had not contacted her for many years, and apologized for accidentally sending Shen Jianhong to her past partner. News headline: Patrick is rumored to be replaced as the first voice of Bulletin XID. Debunking rumors and fishing out little s, it can only be you and me. Release time, May 9, 2024. Data reference, ET Today Starlight Cloud. News highlights: the program Miss Bulletin City attracted attention due to a video where it was reported that Patrick would be replaced. Producer B2 later clarified that it was just an internal fight within the show and that Patrick would not be replaced. Patrick shared a selfie on social media, imitating Little S's funny expression, clarifying that he would not be replaced, and thanked fans for their concern. Xiao S also clarified and expressed support in the message area. Title: Keelung ranked among top 12 must-visit cities globally. Key attractions draw 2.72 million visitors, surpassing Myoka Night Market. Published, May 8, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Highlights: Keelung has been recognized as one of the 12 must-visit cities globally by Harper's Bazaar, securing the 5th spot. Major attractions include the National Museum of Marine Science and Technology, Lovers Lake and Lake Bay, Peace Island Park, Keelung Islet, and Yangming Marine Culture and Art Museum. Among these, the National Museum of Marine Science and Technology attracts the most visitors, offering interactive exhibits and activities for visitors to learn about marine knowledge. Lovers Lake and Lake Bay are romantic spots with scenic pavilions and swimming areas. Peace Island Park blends history, culture, and natural ecology, while Keelung Islet showcases diverse geological landscapes. The Yangming Marine Culture and Art Museum displays the unique marine scenery of Keelung Harbor. Title: Rising earthquake concerns hasten urgency for old building redevelopment. Taipei and New Taipei's incentive plan nears completion with investment exceeding hundreds of billions. Published, May 9, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Highlights: in recent years, concerns about the safety of old houses have increased with frequent earthquakes, especially in the Taipei and New Taipei areas where the age of buildings is relatively high. Statistics show that in Taipei City, buildings over 40 years old account for as much as 37% of the total, with redevelopment projects reaching an investment of 877 billion NT dollars, expected to surpass 1 trillion NT dollars. However, as the schedule for incentives under the Old and Dangerous Buildings Act is set to end next year, developers are accelerating their redevelopment efforts, resulting in a wave of redevelopment projects, with Taipei City being the biggest beneficiary. Title: Taicha 3000, the must-visit shop in Taichung is recognized by Hermes. Worth waiting 5 hours in queue? Published, May 9, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Highlights: Taicha 3000, a hand-shaken tea shop in Nantan, Taichung, is renowned for its freshly ground tea leaves, particularly its pine needle green tea, which has won the Michelin ITI 3-star honor for 3 consecutive years. Established in 2015, the shop is housed in a renovated 40-year-old building, blending modern and traditional elements, making it a popular spot for Instagrammers. Its customizable ordering system and free tea tasting experience attract numerous customers. It offers Michelin ITI certified base tea varieties, the Lion patented hot pressure extraction technology for fresh grinding, and the internationally accredited tea roasting techniques of professional tea roasters, allowing customers to enjoy the fusion of traditional tea culture and modern technology. Title: Thailand records extreme heat of 52 degrees, classified as extremely dangerous. Highest number of heat-related deaths reported. Published, May 6, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Highlights: following the end of the April Songkran Festival, Thailand is facing extreme heat warnings, with 38 heat-related deaths reported due to several days of high temperatures. The heat index has reached 52 degrees Celsius, surpassing previous records, posing threats to both lives and agriculture. The meteorological department has indicated intensified heat waves this summer, with many areas breaking temperature records, affecting crops such as durian and rice. The Thai government and various sectors have proposed measures to cope with the situation, urging people to reduce outdoor activities, drink more water, and pay attention to weather warnings. Title: Taiwan produces the world's first accessible CEO. True inclusion requires more than DEI. Published, May 7, 2024. Source: Business Next Magazine. Highlights: Wang Fuming pointed out that for businesses to achieve true inclusion, they need to embrace not only DEI but also 4L5E, listen and learn, live and lead, embrace, embody, formulate, empower, and ensure. Using her personal experience in IBM's development of accessible technology as examples, she emphasized that genuine inclusion needs to be built from within, not just as a strategy but also with organizational culture support. Title: ESG International Update, G7 nations reach agreement to phase out coal power plants, establishing strategic links for 29 Colombian pesos by year-end. Published, May 2, 2024. Source: Business Next Magazine. Highlights: the G7 nations have reached an agreement to eliminate coal-fired power generation by 2030, seen as a historic agreement, and will become the strategic links for 29 Colombian pesos, aligning with the 1.5 degrees Celsius warming target. However, small island nations are calling for more ambitious emission reduction plans. Extreme weather in Japan has led to the worst rice harvest in history in Niigata, causing nearly 10% income loss for farmers. The US-China climate envoy will meet in Washington in May amid escalating trade tensions between the two countries. The Biden administration has introduced a new policy to subsidize sustainable aviation fuels, hoping to expand its voter base by subsidizing corn-based fuels. The participation of Dutch zoos in coral conservation projects has sparked controversy, with some experts calling for bolder actions. Title: Carbon Tax 3.0 Draft Announced, Threshold Reduced to 10,000 tons from 2030. Published, May 2, 2024. Source: Business Next Magazine. Highlights: the Ministry of Environment has announced the draft of the carbon tax collection method, which will reduce the threshold for taxation to 10,000 tons starting in 2030, affecting approximately 500 companies. It emphasizes that the carbon tax system is one of the measures for carbon reduction. The Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with Chongqing University, is bidding for state-owned land reforestation in Yunnan and Taitung, allowing companies to obtain carbon credits. The National Development Council has approved a 200 billion NT public transportation plan to promote green public transportation and reduce carbon emissions. Heineken invests 13.5 billion NT in Taiwan to transform the Pingtung Brewery into a zero-carbon emission factory. Delta Electronics has won the U.S. Energy Star Sustainable Excellence Award for the 7th consecutive year, helping U.S. customers save over 29 million kilowatt-hour of electricity.